How's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday. This is Third Rail Thursday. Go Viera, go home. Sorry, I just heard clicking. How's everybody doing? We're gonna just we're gonna get started really soon. We normally start around 8, but I usually jump on a little bit early just to say my hellos to everybody in the chat. We've got about 13 people watching right now. Hey, Mark and Dave and Railhawk Racer, Nolan's Lego, Tim from They Make It Like That, Ontario, Northland Rail Fan, Justin. How's it going, everybody? Dwight and Hillbilly Railroad, Roger, and I thought I saw another name, but it has escaped me. If I haven't said hello to you yet, hello. All right, so we've got a very fun show for you tonight. We've got lots of stuff to show off. That's right, it's not just me here. I'm not by my lonely onesie. I've got both Bubs 013, 031, Bub 031.
Sup, y'all?
He's here. He's over there. And we also have Tristan, Tal Trains something.
Yeah. Some number value.
031.
8102.
8102. I should be better prepared. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
So
It's okay, that's okay.
we've got a number of things to show you, and the guys want to show you some stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run some trains, and even though I can't really do a full loop, we're going to do a bit of a show and tell. Is it show and tell? Can we do that? I think we can. I think we can do a show and tell. Brian and John, hello, welcome. We're just getting ready to show you guys some stuff. It is pushing 8 o'clock. But before we get started, of course, because this is Third Rail Thursday, there's a couple of guys I want you to know. I want you to know Dave from Daveco. He usually does the first Thursday of every month. Me, I do the second Thursday of every month. And of course, M&M Rails, he does the third Thursday of every month. And then we collectively come together as one unit, and we do GVO After Dark at the end of the month, last Thursday of the month. So next week, we'll be on Mark's channel. And I'll remind you guys of that at the end of the stream as well. Welcome. All right, let's get started. Tristan, you've got a couple of things that you would like to show. So where are we going first? Where are we going here?
Well,
Here?
it's up to anyone. What do they want to see? VIA, CN, CP?
Okay, so yeah, as Tristan was saying, we've got some VIA, we've got GT, we've got
CMQ.
CMQ. What do you guys want to see? Let me know. Just drop it in the chat. It's all good. I promise you it's all good, no matter what you choose. First one to pop up there, we will take a look and we will see.
Come on, guys, don't be shy.
Dave is saying CP. No, Dave.
Not yet.
In a bit. I got a special CP for you, Dave. You'll like it.
Technically, CMQ is CP.
Technically. Yeah, all right. Let's do that. So let's do the CBMQ? CMQ. Okay. Also, if you guys have any questions at any point, throw them in the chat, and I will do my best to make sure the guys get those questions. And sorry for the shaky camera, but we're going to go over here. All right. So let's take a look at this unit here. Tristan, can you tell me about this unit?
Sure, it's an Overland Models Import SD40F that was recently, as in last night, finished custom painted unit. Originally a CP Action Red one. I repainted in the CMQ because I got bored of it. So it's completely custom. It has a smoke box reflective tape on it. It has ESU lock sound in it. Scale sound speaker in it. Roughly 15 LEDs in there.
15. Can you tell us what they all do?
There's the ground lights, the truck lights. No number boards in this one. This one's front, rear light, and ditch lights. No working class lights on this one.
Looks cool. Does she sound as good as she looks?
I don't know. You can be the determination of that. Here, we'll fire it up.
that up like that. And Bubs, do you want to let me know if anybody is saying anything there?
So far, lice. So dizzy, worst camera work ever from Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Oh, there's also custom sounds too in this one. Hopefully it works. And then get a better look at it. Oh, and cut scene.
There we go. Oh, dirty track. That's going to be the theme of tonight, by the way.
So there's that one.
So no ditch lights on the back there, no?
No ditch lights on the back. It's just a single pilot one.
But there are step lights. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Yeah, there's step lights in there.
There's the ground lights. And then step lights. Very nice, very well detailed. Let's hear some of those special sounds that you said it has.
Oh, this one has the bells customized. And then the horn, custom K3LAR, I believe,
They call me Dawson. Okay, Dave says that looks so sick.
Thanks. So there's that one. Anything else I can think of? A really cool part is the reflective tape is real reflective tape on there. So if you get a good enough angle, like with your flash on your phone or something, you can actually see it reflecting. And it's the same thing with all the other ones except for the VIA unit. It doesn't have reflective on it.
Yeah, they show up a little bit brighter.
And then the decals were done by Eyeball Graphics, these ones. Now, something to note about this one is I photographed it with the bar unit with 9017 last summer. And so I hope to one day acquire another one to paint the other one so I can do the ribbon trim that it was attached on. That's the idea. Unless I sell it, but who knows. So there's that one. That one's a pretty cool unit.
Just pull her forward,
Sure.
yes, to here, and then we'll bring in the next one. It's a very smooth runner, too.
Yeah.
How much does a unit like this go for from Railfan Man?
Well, is it? No, this was a Bowser unit, right?
No, this
No.
Brass?
That's brass.
With
Yeah,
all the
this
bells
one.
and whistles?
Like, yeah, you got, like, after the wise or how much I paid for, like,
Well, what you would sell that for right now, most likely, because all the work has been done, painted, it has all the bells and whistles.
$1,600.
There you go, Railfan Man. $1,600 for that.
That's not the most expensive one here, though.
I know that's not the most expensive one.
It is brass, so.
It's metal.
Oh, metal?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's brass, but metal, yeah.
So
There's that one.
let's bring in the GT then.
Sure.
That one's a nice one.
Yes, Railhawk Cracker 19. That is a GT unit in the back.
Sure thing. Let's fire it up.
Dave, I can hear my wallet crying from across the house.
If it makes it feel better, I have 22 brass units. So my wallet cries.
Yeah. There you go, Dave. You're not hurting as much as Tristan.
Oh, you're gonna have to push it forward. Okay, so this one's a really cool one. Has a bit of a backstory to it.
Is it?
Okay, we'll tell the backstory on this, how I decided to do this one. Okay, so this one's really cool. Now, it's not 100% correct to the prototype, but it's, well, 95% correct to what I photographed it as. Are you guys good?
Yeah, just make sure you're talking to that.
Okay, so here's what I ended up going to Brockville, Ontario one day after being told the GT unit was coming. So I set up my camera on, managed to get both sides of the train and photographed the unit. And I ended up afterwards going home and saying I really wanted a project. So I took one of my factory painted Overlands and I stripped it and I bought the decal set. The CN IP, now it says IPO 25 on it, but I preferred the early style one. So I did that with the Canada flag and US flag. And we went to town on it. So this unit is pretty well similar to the CMQ. It's custom painted by a friend of mine. It has all the latest and greatest gadgets. So it has the ground lights, the truck lights. It has working markers, front ditch lights, rear ditch lights, and operational. It also has the decals were done by Circus City down in, I want to say, Michigan. It has a full out ESU 21 pin setup in it. So it has an ESU 21 MTC on a Nix Trains board with roughly 21 LEDs in this one. And then it has a full service on the drivetrain, so it should run a lot better. What else did I do? Scale sound speakers and a power pack. So that's that one. And the roof that I did was correct the white. However, I don't have the correct PTC antenna rays on top. Since it's solid metal up there, I didn't think I really wanted to take a Dremel to it. So there's that one. And it also has the real reflective tape on it as well. So there's that one. And then I guess the last one is the real piece to resist hands.
Well, if you want to pull this one forward a little bit, we'll just kind of show it rolling, and we'll bring it right up to the...
Yeah, do you want to get it on your corner? Because it's behind your fascia here.
What? Oh, over here?
Yeah, it's over behind the fascia.
Okay.
So I'll get around and...
Okay, yeah, while you're setting that up, I'm just going to... These are a bunch of cars that I've been doing some graffiti to. Some of them are mostly just the decal sets, but
is the light on?
I just have to weather them, and then
It is open.
it'll be good to go. All right.
Just kill the M2.
Yeah,
It's,
working on it.
Get out of the shot.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, how many of your audience are via buffs?
I like to think that most of them like a
Majority?
good VIA. We all enjoy a good VIA.
Okay,
Doesn't
because
everyone?
everyone. Now I could spark controversy with this, but you know, the whole thing is that Athearn Genesis was supposed to bring out P42s.
Supposed to.
Supposed to.
Should still, but
but you know, the lawyers are talking. So in the midst of all that,
why?
I wanted one, and I had some on order, and I was pretty butthurt that they didn't. So, and something that I really want to do, which I have done, is a one of the wraps that they did, what, a year or two ago, Brandon? So
I think they started. Yeah, they started doing it after the 150. They started doing this a lot more after 150.
So it only lasted roughly a month, this wrap, which is really cool. And as far as I'm aware, it's the only one that I've seen in HO. So without further ado, we'll bring in via 916.
Also, the very first P42 on my layout ever, because I've never owned a P42, so this is, a first for here. Also fun if you're an Amtrak fan, because I know Amtrak guys are dime a dozen, so
I like the K5s.
K5s are good. Classics. So we're just waiting for it to come around the corner here.
I have a lot of...
He likes his slow speed.
I like to hear the oomph of the prime mover. It should be rounding. There it is. Okay, so I have completed a Via Rail Poppy unit for several reasons. Recently, my dad retired from the military as a veteran, so I figured, and Brandon Bubs also works in the military, so I figured it'd be kind of a cool commemorative locomotive to do for my collection, and it's completes my theme of I like one-off models. So we'll pull it up here. We'll turn off the middle headlight. And so this one's also an Overland. However, this one had a complete redone to it. So I had a custom decal set printed for this from photos I took of the real unit back in 2020 roughly. And the goal is that I wanted the unit to represent the prototype as close as possible. So this unit is far from being stock in the terms of what it came to me like. So if we start in the front, this unit has had the Exxon light upgrade. So we punched a hole through the nose and squared it, and then we designed a small box to in-house the Xeon light in the front. So and it works. So there's that piece. Further along, as we move along, we also tinted the windows. Now, most P42s, I find they vary in tint. However, this one had super dark windows the day I photographed it, so I used a Sharpie because it was a very gray day, so I wanted to model it like the day I saw it, so I used a Sharpie. And then we added the decals and the fence, and the ground lights are inside, glued to the actual chassis. This one.
Mark has started the auction. He's only started at $100.
One of the biggest things about this, and this isn't a knock at Athearn, but look, all the steps are attached.
Exactly.
That's one of those things where whenever you try to find one, there's all the steps are broken
the
off.
Correct air dryer. Now, I'm not going to tell you where I got it from because I kind of scammed them to get it, but it has the correct air dryer. Now, in real life, there's an actual box that goes around the air dryer. However, I never added it on the model because it's going to affect the swing of the trucks. And I wanted to, just in case, navigate a little more tight corners, so I didn't add it. But everything else has been done to a T. If we go to the back of the unit, which I'm just going to make sure I don't bang my head, we also plated over the sand fillers. So those have been plated over from the inside. And what else have we done? These markers don't work because I've never seen them work in the back. So I never bothered to do that. But then it was weathered to the prototype by a good friend of mine in Alberta. And what else have we done? We added the K5 emergency horns, they're K5, these were a cow scale. And that was pretty well it. It had a drive tune. It has ESU. It has the full works in it, and it's a one of a kind, really cool model. I'm pretty pleased of it, and I hope to maybe do another one. I'm thinking about doing another one down the road. We'll see. But for now, this is a one of one. Now, if they did the F40s, which I'm told there was one F40 that did get the Poppy on it, I would do it, but. We don't know what number it was. So we can only take an educated guess. But for now, this is as close as it's going to get for modeling the prototype for me. And I'm really pleased now how this came out.
what are you going to say what the price is? Because everyone thinks it's a low ball number right now.
This unit, like how much I would value it at?
Yes.
To be honest, I don't value it at anything.
Priceless. Yeah, it's one of a
priceless
kind. How do you
because,
put a price
Oh,
on it?
I understand that. Yes.
Like, for me, it's priceless because I also haven't shown my father it yet. So I want to show him on Remembrance Day and have a photo with him with it. So for me, if I had to put a number on it, it would be well over in the $2,000 range just because of the work I've done to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because right now everyone's wanting 100, 200, 300, but now what you just said, I bet you everyone's let's see the face palms.
But here's the thing, okay? So this unit came to me as a factory painted. It's had brand new drives put in it. It had new universals put in it. I did a tune on the motor. I did a whole bunch of extra upgrades, plus the paint. The paint alone was over $300 just for paint, and the decal set was a one print. I only have one set, and it cost almost $100 to print it.
So there you go, guys. Not for sale.
So, but secretly, I have another decal set. So there's really two in existence. I just have one that's physically done. But anyways, and to make it really, really unique and standalone, I have some good friends at VIA who were very kind enough to allow me to record sounds of the units. So this unit has the Transtronic E-Bell, like the prototype when I photographed it that day. So it has the real jingy jingy, as Jason will call it. It has not a custom K5. I'm working on it still, but for now I just put a standard ESU, so it has this. Now, the second horn for the emergency horns on F3 is everyone says it sounds awful, but it sounds pretty cool in the model, and it's the emergency horn that sounds like the regular one. So that's the type of detail I went. So as far as I'm concerned, it's as close as it's going to get.
Beautiful unit.
It's a really cool unit. I'm really pleased with it.
That is literally model railroading at its finest, because a lot of people will just go out, buy locomotives, put it on the track, run around, which is great, but this is really breaking it down, redoing a pre-existing model further than what it's been done from the factory.
And what's interesting about this unit that I was going to fix, but I actually really like it, is there's not all the time you'll get it back and the paint's perfect. You know what I mean? And what I like about that is with these units, for example, with the real P42s, they're all beat up and they're patching them. So I kind of left some of the little very tedious little paint spots to add some really interesting pieces to it. So it's a really cool unit. So hopefully, I'll tell you what, if Genesis does them, I'll do one in plastic as well.
Yeah, Nick's like, because they make it like that.
So eventually, the next unit I'm having done is I have a Love the Way I Love the Way F40 getting done too.
Is that switch thrown or is it?
No, they came off on the joint.
Yeah.
I think it's fine coming this way. It's just going back up.
I've had like the other way coming up, which is kind of weird, but it's a really nice one.
Thank you. It was by far one of my favorite projects I've completed.
Sorry about the mess, guys, but you know how it is. I'm just going to put this up here, and then I'm going to come over here, and then we're going to see this one coming around. Again, sorry about the shakiness, but love it. Any custom sounds on that, like beyond?
So beyond that, not at the time, no. I'll have more eventually. I've been working on some other ones, but for now, that's all I've completed for now. I might have I have custom K5 in the BCR stuff, but that's about it.
Looks very sharp.
I have all the other ones are on my phone right now, getting edited. So
Funny, Dave's track was perfect. No derailments. It didn't derail. It's just dirty track. Mark, be nice.
it's brass. It's not supposed to run good.
Bubs, did you want to set up the other two?
Well, if you want to, me too.
Because I'm sure Dave would love to see these. I'm just going to come back down here for a minute. While you're setting those up, just going to check with the chat, see how it's going.
So far, They Make It Like That has put up the bid to 300.
300. Keep going. Double or nothing. All right. So while Bubs is setting up the twin troubles here, troublesome twins, which are very sharp models, by the way. These ones won't be brass, but you'd swear that they were just from all the detail. Nah, they're brass. So does anybody have a favorite so far? That the P42 is amazing. I guess that CMQ is considered a blue barn, right? Is it like they call
the rail fans what they call it? Me,
oh, what do you call it?
Just a CMQ.
Just a CMQ?
Oh, I just got a text from
Wow. The power went out.
We back.
We're back.
So it turns out that the P42 is really powerful, and it totally knocked out the entire stream.
It needs a flux. It's got the flux capacitor in it.
I got the power.
Steph, was that you? Was that you messing around with the power? Oh, geez. Well, that's what you get. All right. So now that we're back, sorry, everybody. Thanks for sticking around, though, because we still got more to show you. So next up, let's give it a minute because that was a okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we were joking about the CMQ there, and then the power went out. And it is back. This is probably the fastest it's ever come back up. Very odd for me to lose the power during a live show. So, okay. We're back. All right. Now that the gremlins are gone, Brandon is going to show us a new offering and an old offering from Bowser.
Yeah.
These are some of my favorites. And Dave, I hope you're still watching because, you'll like these for sure. So I'm going to take the camera back over to Nya and
I'll move out of your way here.
oh, he's already firing them up here. Okay, let's go. Let's do this thing. Okay.
So this is what it feels like on the other side. It's kind of cool.
So we've got both 5106 and 5102 here. And Bugs is just lashing them up. And you're probably going to have to throw that switch over. Right there. Nope. Bingo. So yeah, pull the pin out and then push back and then push the pin out again. That's just my temporary thing.
What are you doing?
Did you want to come over here and then that way you can plug them in there? And... Oh, okay, you're going that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
This is the Bowser SD40-3.
Yeah.
Reason why it's a Dash 3, it's an upgraded model of the Dash 2. Really, the only thing they've done to it is turned it into an RCL, which is a remote controlled locomotive. Most of the SD40s like this are now being used for yard, but they're also dual purpose, and you see them out on the road.
Hit F5.
And as you can see, the beacon splash. Which one is for the number boards?
I should have it on F8.
you want me to fix that switch or are we good?
No, we're good. I think it should. Yeah, it should take track. I don't see them on. That's the thing.
This way.
Are they on?
So the lead unit is mine. The secondary unit is actually Tristan's. Oh no, they are on. It's just the light you couldn't see.
Oh, I turned them down. That's why.
But they can both be yours for with 4 easy installments.
$250.
Well, I don't know where Dave is. I think he's missing it. He's missing this.
Well, they uncoupled.
Run away. Do you want me to?
Yeah, I think they're not synced. Maybe that's why.
I never did the back EMF on them, so
No.
Run away.
Mike Upler low. Had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get for doing it live, I guess.
Yeah.
That's okay. Cut, edit.
And so we cut that out.
All the piping on the top.
Oh, everyone's all just laughing about the power outage and all that. They're laughing about Riker.
One person's coupler is a little higher than the other person's coupler here, and that's why it keeps. What happened with Riker?
I don't know. They're all talking about Riker and all that.
Oh,
And K10, love the Beaver logo. Dave, I pulled this out for you, and you're not here.
Dave, come back.
this will look great when it's all raised up as well. And then there's going to be a little mini yard here. Go right around the paper mill like this. And I wonder how far I can go with this. Probably far.
K-Town, is the Beaver unit a 102-inch nose?
It was a Pac-Man, I believe, before, so would that make it a 102-inch?
I believe so. Mostly all the... the SD40s were the ones that had the longer nose. I think
Yeah,
the Dash 2s had a shorter nose.
Yeah, the 88s or something like that.
Yeah, I believe the 55s. And then when they moved up to the bigger numbers...
If it sounds like thunder, it's because my children are creating thunder right above us.
I was going to say, if there's a thunderstorm outside, woohoo! Go for driving that real quick. There you go. Brandon putting on the coals now.
And yeah, that's pretty much it for her.
Any special sounds or anything? That
Not really.
No?
Didn't add any to these ones.
No, they didn't.
Sorry.
Okay, local,
My friend's has one. I have a video of it if you want.
dispatch,
see
and, so both locos are now dispatched. Yeah, there we go.
Sweet.
Notice the still silky smooth Bowser Drive. Still running pretty nicely.
Bowser's are great.
Oh yeah. Gotta love them.
What else did you have?
I have BCR stuff if they want to see BCR.
Well, I also got that RDC, but
And RDC, take their pick. I'll have
Let's
a
do
poll.
RDC while I've got you here. We can do that.
it's 8:30 already. Damn.
Bedtime.
Bedtime.
I'm gonna need the number, Chris.
Coffee round 2.
Unless you've changed it, it should be 6351.
Which it should be. Oh, I gotta clear that. Oops.
It's going to go the same route, but I'm going to throw it in the back there so it comes down the second track. Anything nifty done with this?
No, just reprogramming. That's it.
Follow along here.
Robert Brent. Yay, BCR.
Yeah, BCR friend. What's up, man? I primarily model BCR, so that's what I have the most of.
Now, is this an RDC2?
RDC 3.
Slow down a minute. I'm going to throw the switch back here. Okay, you're clear.
Notch 4.
Not Zoom.
She flies.
Yeah, I gotta get it MU'd later.
Sounds like a trip to where are we going again? Oh yeah.
Stop. A lot of delay effect on this bad boy.
All right, and then we're going to bring up the PC right out here in a minute.
Brandon, you want to dial up 4645?
Okay.
This is the last time I'm going to have it for a while.
46, 45.
One Alberta. Yes, sir. Now, this one is not fully done. You can handle it if you want. Okay, so this one, yeah, 6. This one should have a custom K5 if you want one. Yeah, okay. Now this is an exclusive. You're the only other person to see these. Normally I don't bring them out. So
I feel privileged.
thank you.
It's a large amount of privilege. Well, even to have you guys over running on my layout, despite the fact that it's not even anywhere near finished yet. So definitely we'll have you guys back once, everything's done. And I plan on running 3 cameras, so 1 per level, so that I can just alternate.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't have a layout. I just have a display cabinet. That's all I got. So
I just have modules and I don't have room to set them up. Really?
Yeah, let's move it forward. Don't move. It's just
Dirty track.
maybe dirty track.
Let's talk about this one here. So what are we looking at here?
So this is a 2003 run BCR C44-9W. It's an Overland Models piece. What have I done? Modifications wise, this one's pretty mellow so far.
It doesn't want to. There we go.
It has ESU sound, a bunch of lights in it, custom sounds, Drive tune.
A nice stalling feature.
It's a typical Dash 9. They don't always work.
It's probably the layout. You keep your stuff very clean, so.
Here, how about we do this?
Yeah, he's just got to. He has to throw the switch on the other
no
side
problem.
there.
It's thrown.
Yeah, you throw. Okay.
There we go. Now it works. Hand of God movement. Customization. This one has a custom bell, horn, sound file. I believe it has a Doppler in it. Don't remember which function though. It has the absolutely crazy VCR dish lights and rock lights. After tonight, I'm actually sending it to Alberta. It's going to get weathered to a 2001 prototype. Because I modeled VCR in 2001. So anything else that I have CN or is just models that I like.
I think it's dirty track. Yeah, she's going on and off there nonstop. There we go. Maybe if I get it at the speed.
Yeah, I'll get it either way.
She's backing up. Kristen, I'm scared.
Why?
Because it's your model.
Yeah, don't be scared. If you're scared, then something bad happens. Oh, there it's off.
Yeah, that one spot.
Yeah, it came off right there. Okay. Oh. Yeah,
Slow it down.
Oh yeah, there's a hump there.
A little bit of a hump.
Yeah, on this side.
Well, at least it'll give me an opportunity to kind of fine tune that stuff.
Yeah, Brass does that. If
Come on. Come on.
it's also fighting the power pack. That's why it's doing that.
I think it is, yeah. Yeah. You want to put it away? No, Dave showed up, finally. Dave, you missed the SC40-3s.
Show them they're still in the station.
Come on.
Oh yeah, it's a little dirty.
I definitely need a whatchamacallit? Clean
Dry
car.
cleaner?
Yeah.
There you go. Now it's running. Don't do anything.
Don't say a word.
Let it do its thing.
Ah.
Oh, damn it.
Okay. I'll stop it. I'll dispatch it.
Sounds good.
Do you have another one for us?
Do I have any more? Let's see.
What
else?
More? Do you have another BC? I think you have a hockey stick, don't you? Or did you sell that one?
No, I still have it. I don't have it here though. I have how many BC here? I have at least 10 or 12 units.
All right.
Time to work.
Yeah, we have to get to work and start doing some stuff here because that yard needs ballast and I need to do some paper mache up there. And Tristan has to bag everything. Bag it and tag it.
Yeah. Here, I'll get you your unit there, Tristan, back there.
All right.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I know you gotta get going.
Gotta go back home.
Too bad we're back away for you. And then we'll continue on.
Gotta go.
Yeah, at
finish
this
up some
point-
homework.
Because I don't run my trains all that much, because I'm so busy trying to build it, I haven't really had time to clean it. So I'm planning on investing in one of those CMX cars. If you want to see an overview of that, you can always check out Dave's channel, because he literally just got one, and he has nothing but good things to say about them. And also it's Brian's. So why
What?
not? But
I shall acquire.
yeah, they're great. All right. But yeah, as you can see, obviously there's still some work that needs to be done on the layout, but it's fun to try things out and see how things are working. Try it with a couple of different locomotives, locomotive brands and whatnot, and the 2-axle versus 6-axle. So,
Oh, you might like what I just recently had completed. Now that I think about it,
what did you just recently complete?
Jeep 9 slug set.
Oh, is that the because it was only ever made in brass, right?
Yeah, I bought one of those recently, and I had it repainted into the bleached CN scheme.
Oh, really?
So it has bleach marks on it. It looks pretty cool.
Oh, neat. You didn't bring that, did you?
No, it's coming back from Alberta currently.
Thought it's way.
Maybe on Sunday I'll hop on for like 10 minutes and I can show it if it shows up in time.
They're just boxing up a couple of things right now.
All my
Okay.
junk.
Making space.
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Work.
the power didn't go out again.
Is there a storm outside?
I don't think so. I think it's just like we're pretty bad at getting power outages. So.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. It's rolling blackouts. Yeah, it's weird. It'd be like super nice out or super garbage out, and then
Oof.
But it's never for a long period of time. It's always a split second. Like it went out the other day when it was raining really bad. Of course, I was in the middle of a game, but
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
when you're wrecking.
It was actually bad last night. Like I saw lightning come through. It was really bad.
Really? I didn't have nothing at the house last night.
No, it just missed Ottawa. It hit us though pretty bad. We got rained a lot.
I was hoping we get something, but no.
My wife is saying, which is weird because she's also watching. She's saying that there's no storm right now, but there's supposed to be a storm as in tomorrow morning around 8 a.m.
Perfect.
So,
What am I doing tomorrow at 8 a.m.? Oh, yeah.
sleeping.
Sleeping.
Thank you for that. Yeah, Randall's saying that brass locomotives are cool, but way out of my budget.
I understand.
I think that the best thing to do would be, if you were to get a brass locomotive, start with something that possibly just DC, right? Because then you can add the sound and whatnot at your leisure. And find something that companies haven't really produced. That way you're getting a unique piece, or at least something that you can turn into a unique piece, kind of like what Tristan did. Now he's got several one-offs, right? Like you're not going to be able to go to the store and buy that.
I have no idea. In reality, I have quite a few. No, but the brass is not cheap by any means. But what I like about brass is customization-wise, it's pretty unforgiving. Like you have a really solid unit, because I find like when I've modified plastics in the past, you get into like putties and all that kind of stuff, and it's really messy. And I just wanted that. I always buy stuff like, for example, the brass P42s are based off an Amtrak prototype, so you got to take it and make it more correct than that. You got to source pieces, then you got to quote unquote modify it, break it a bit, so it's like, I understand where it's a big undertaking, but I only got into brass, I actually got into brass for all the wrong reasons. Not because I was a snob and I wanted something expensive. At the time I got into BC Rail and really started getting into modeling, BCR was only offered in brass at the time I got it. So I started collecting, not cheap, but relatively in my budget, brass locomotives that were BCR, and then it's basically morphed into what it is today. Now, that being said, plastic has come a very long way, and I think that most plastic units will far outbeat the brass ones. But there are some very sweet and really cool Overland years that did some nice pieces. Like, I have a really cool piece coming in. I'm not going to say what it is because it's top secret. It's a one of one custom print from Overland I bought. So it's really, and it was not. It was
Some of us
CSX. We'll put it that way. It was cool enough that I just had to have it in my collection. But most of the time, I like to model everything to photographs and the prototype, and to a T. That's how I like to model. So I think brass is a good starting point, and I've even bought brass for the price of plastic. So I don't. The deals are out there. You just gotta look. But what meets the eye first off is they're expensive and there's no deals, and I understand that because there's some individuals who they want to get. They tell me they want their money back on their investments. So I think it all depends on what you want, whatnot. And it's okay. I have plastic in my collection. I have brass in my collection. I got, I had white metal at one point. So, I think it's whatever you want to do and what fits your modeling needs. And that's what I've done.
And do you find that when you're buying a brass locomotive, in most cases, you're going to find used stuff and it might be a little bit cheaper, but do you find that there's a lot of work still that needs to be done to get it going? Or
Sure. I think the oldest model in my collection is from, it's older than I am. It's from my slug set has to be from 1991 or 1993. And like when I opened the gear casings, for example, the grease was like rubber. So that just shows you how long, but that's part of the fun I like with brass is like a Rolex watch. You got to give it every so often a little bit of TLC and it runs like, a top grade watch. And that's how I like to think about Overlands is that you give them a little TLC and they're very forgiving models. And when you do get them running, they run as good just as any Rapido model, any Athearn model. I can even out-tow some models with them. But, I think it is what...
Well, with the F40 on the back, there you go. You saw it right there.
Yeah,
Did not
exactly.
want to pull.
I could tow no problem.
Yeah, Randall is saying, I totally get it. There's certain locomotives and rolling stock that can only be purchased in brass, which really stinks in a way.
No, I agree because like if P42s were more cheap, I'd want to do more in different paint schemes. Because I like that just for my own personal collection because I find it's really enjoyable to do the custom paints. And you customize them and then you can display your work or run them at clubs and private layouts and whatnot, similar to what I'm doing today. And I wish I could do more of that, but he is right because the slug set, at least the slug has been done by Caslo, and Caslo did a great job. But I am not talented in that aspect to do a resin kit.
Those are tough, and they require a lot of work.
Yeah, and I think that my favorite part about the collecting part is, it's how do you say it? It's the thrill of collecting because, for example, these P42s are 75 produced. The BCRs, there's only 35. The rarest one in my collection, it would be the one of one.
And in the best way that you can explain, where is the best place to sell new or old unpainted brass? If somebody was looking to sell some.
There's several outlets. If you want to not pay any seller's fees, Facebook, there's tons of pages on Facebook. Or forums like the old Yahoo forums, they're still really active with a lot of guys. There's Brass Trains, there's Brass Department, eBay, but you pay 12.5%. These places that you're going to be taking at least between the lowest end is 12.5 to upwards of a 35% cut on the final sale, and that goes to the person who's selling it. That's for their terms and conditions. But I just say that I know it depends too. If you want top dollar, you just want to move them, because I can appreciate individuals who just want to move them. And if you want top dollar, Brass Trains will probably get you there. But just remember, you take home 75%, they take home 25%. So you may be selling it at for example, I sold a unit there for $13.95 USD. So we'll round it up, 14. And by the time I got 11 some change by the time it was done.
Now, in case you guys don't know, this was, how long ago was it? You and I did a GVO After Dark together.
Yeah. And
you brought a whole bunch of your brass pieces.
Yeah.
And I want to say it was, it was cold outside. So it might have been November, December, or January.
I think so, because I was off for, I think, the 1 week, and we went after to Ho-Track and ran that following weekend.
So if you guys take a look back at some of the older GVO After Dark as well, there's one where Tristan and I, we sat right over in the corner there, and we had a whole table of awesome stuff that
and I believe I still own most of the stuff. I haven't sold very many pieces.
Yeah. Do you still have a lot for sale? Or? We got to do another one of those, by the way.
Yeah, we can. I don't, not really, because I've come to the pivoting point in my quote-unquote collecting career, if you want to call it, where I've basically decided that I want just really unique pieces in my collection. Because I think the biggest thing was with COVID, I was buying things and I wasn't using them, and then you sit in your office or in your workspace, and you stare at your display case, and you're like, oh well, I'm probably never going to run that, or so you start selling stuff because you just get bored. So I figured I'd rather spend the time and money to have things unique, and then I'm more comfortable keeping larger amounts, because at one point in my collection I had 40 brass locomotives.
Jeez. I don't even have that many just regular DCCs.
Which, at 22, that's a scary number. So
you have to take out insurance at that point.
I had insurance under the house for it. So
okay, you just added as a substitute.
I discussed that, and we had a policy for it. So, but I can't. At the end of the day, it's too much. So I figured I would do unique projects, and that's what I've stick to. Another thing is I always found myself really brand loyal.
What's your brand?
Well, it's mostly Overland.
Overland, yeah. Makes sense.
But I used to be really big into Genesis, and all those other great ones, and I think I still really appreciate them. Rapido has done a fantastic job doing Canadian prototypes that Overland never did, because there wasn't a big market for them.
Yeah.
So anything CP or Canadian Overland, they're super, super, super hard to find. The blue unit you saw, it took me 3 years to collect.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Oh wow.
So
that's nuts.
Yeah. And
I think Jason needs to see that. I know it's a little out of his time era for what he runs, but I think he could appreciate it.
Well, hey, if he wants, drop me a line. I'll go to Toronto, and we'll bring
Mark
the dash
actually put
8s.
the link up. Mark put the link up.
Yeah, we can bring the dash 8s in.
Is that the link, Mark? Is that the link for the GVO? Wow, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Mark. Neat.
Yeah, so I have most of the stuff still, and I'm just a hermit that sits in my basement and does, I guess, decent. So
I think in a way or another, we're all a little hermity, right?
Well, yeah, and the pandemic was great, because I had about 40 decoder jobs to do, and I banged them out. And
You did, if you don't mind.
yeah, I did them in about 6 months. So I did about 12 to 15 a month. So it wasn't too bad.
It's not bad at all. I can't get over 40 brass locomotives. I have a few Genesis units. Genesis is they make some really good stuff.
Genesis,
So,
yeah.
They're brass mold. They're brass molds for plastic.
Oh, they were, yeah. They were Tower 55, and then they just updated them. So it's the same thing as my Overland, just plastic. And 3/4 the price tag, which, I should probably buy more of those because I could have about, 12 of them for the price of what I paid for that. Plus the paint.
All right.
So I think that's, but I also firmly believe in too is if you're collecting in something particular, like ONR in your case, BCR in mine, CP and CN for Brandon. I think having, some really standout pieces is like a really cool attribute. Like I've gone to many private layouts and they always have something that stand out. Like something I've always wanted to collect I have not found was like a V-Rail Canadian.
Yeah.
I've seen about 6 CP ones.
Those are unicorns.
Like it's super cool. Like I've always wanted one and I don't even have to run it. I'd be cool just to display it, just to say hi.
My SW1000 that I found, that little gem that he worked on.
And I upgraded
The
it
switcher?
to yeah.
That Via switcher.
That's fun.
That is a gem. That is a unicorn of what he has done and put into it.
But
It
you
is
see, and the thing is you may have a lot of money into it, but it makes it really interesting.
it does.
For
And
sure.
that's what I like about customizing stuff too, is that it's interesting, and then when you have the opportunity to bring it to clubs and meets and all that kind of stuff.
It's a conversation piece for
Yeah, and you can kind of vibe, if you will, with other individuals. Like, I have a really big respect for Ephraim. He's been on Train Masters, and he is a fantastic kit basher. I don't know how he does it. Ephraim and I are friends, and I am amazed at what he can do. In Caslow and custom finishing pieces, those white metal track kits, he did several of them for his layout, and I'm currently working on, trying to, I try to find the time, a signaling system for him. So,
Nice.
So that's, and I think it's important to have friends too that have all different attributes. Brandon's good with the scenery. I'm good with the decoders. I can build some things, but like I can do that, and you have your circle of friends, and I think that's what makes it fun.
It does, and we're all here to help each other out. Like Chris told me when he was first building this, I helped him put the framing up,
Yeah.
the first level, and I helped him with the backdrops. And I've done some contribution, which I had fun with this, with some of the stuff that's on this layout right now.
Get back to work.
It's like scenery. Listen, you guys can
Give me the
probably
ballast. I'll start working right
It's
now.
all up there.
You
Okay.
You
I'll
can
start
I can put
school
the camera on you.
me in brass, not brass, and
You got your ballast thing?
Which one do you want?
Your actual. Well, I want to do the track one first, and then I'll
here.
use a brush.
Let me move my boxes out of your way.
So we'll start getting some work done on that there at least.
We're putting Brandon to work. There's this one, and then do you want yours as well?
Oh no! That's the road. Remember?
Right. Yeah.
We don't need the road for now.
No, that's for mainline.
Okay.
So you have that special.
Oh, the black. This stuff.
Yeah. Also, there was this one here, which is from the other part of the yard. If you
Yeah,
can mix that in somehow.
Yeah, we can merge that in.
And then there's like 50 other things here. You can use whatever you want. So basically, just to kind of, because we were talking about brass for a while there, but we're gonna take a step back because
we're gonna do what we're supposed to do.
well, we've got Brandon doing this here. So this is a yard. This is Englehart. I have this as Englehart Yard, and you want a little brush for that or what?
Oh, it's good for now. It's actually good right now. I'll use the brush later.
Okay. Here's the brush I use for the ballast. There you go. You supply him the stuff and he does it. So this I've dedicated this little section here to Brandon. He did the buildings, and I laid the track there, and I used foam core board for all those concrete platforms there, and I just spray painted them a concrete color. And they're same height as the rail, so they're all in place. And that building there has lights in it That's actually the paint shop that's right by his nose. Just how the camera is, anyways.
Or just zoom in real quick. Yeah.
And the office is right at the back there. There's also a 3-bay engine house that goes right behind there. It's lifted up right now, but he's ballasting away here. I told him to pick a section on the layout, and that's his section to work on. So he chose this section, and I trust him. If you guys have joined us on the Sunday brunch kit builds, then you'll know, if you've seen it, he's done a lot of work on his modules for the club, the Ottawa club layout. So, he can come in here and he can work away at this, and I promise my kids won't touch it after he leaves. I promise nothing.
All right. I want to actually get your opinion on on this there, Chris, for now. If you want to actually come take a peek of the ballast. You actually want to come take a look
If I want to look at it, like what am I judging here? Am I judging the color, or
are you on how the actual ballast is actually on the track? Is what I'm saying. Do you like?
Oh, that level?
Yes, because there's ballast could be a little bit different. You could actually still, because it's a yard, there could actually be straight ballast like above the ties as well in the yard, because you don't know that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and we just, if once it's glued down and whatnot, we'll clear away whatever gets in the way.
Oh yeah,
that's how you roll, right?
Yeah, I just haven't done switches with ballast yet. That's the only thing I'm still a little bit iffy with.
All good. I mean, you can always do the straights and then make your way that way, right?
And then the edge pieces, I'm a little bit nervous because I don't want it to spill all over the carpet.
Yeah, I don't do the track that's closest to you, because once we put that fascia on, I'll fill that little gap in, and then you can come back and ballast that track.
Okay. Now, is there a spot where you want to put the sand tower?
Yeah, it'll probably be on track track 3. So what you're doing right now, it'll probably go over that one.
Now, Brandon, what's the contraption you're using?
I'm using
Bachman.
Well, it's a Prozis HO, Bachman Prozis HO. Basically, it's a ballast spreader.
Okay.
So you just ride it along the track, and it just gives you a nice, clean. I go over it a little bit back and forth. It gives you a nice, clean, even amount of ballast, and then you just do a little bit of lighting it up after.
Now, if you guys want to hire Bubs to do your layout or your birthday party, just send us.
Well, if that's going to happen, then you're going to have to pay me for fuel.
No. Flat rate, $40 an hour.
40 for doing ballast. You can't pay me enough to do ballast. I don't even like doing ballast as it is, and it's my own layout. So,
I had no problems with my ballast on my.
It's because you did it in 8-foot sections.
No, I did a whole 12-foot section.
It's okay.
Double main line.
Take the vacuum.
Now, for the actual
really.
the track, like between the ballast track and all that, Chris.
Yes.
Is it gravel?
Yes.
Do you have gravel?
Probably. What do you want as gravel?
Well, you're saying gravel's going here, right?
Yeah, you can do gravel.
You're just sitting
There'd be
back
some
there.
grass.
I thought you were working on the top part of your layout while I was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was watching the chat. I just doing my thing.
Doing what I do is sit back, relax, and absorb.
It's nice to see somebody else working on
your wife
my
says I'm
layout.
fired.
Fired. I
All right,
cost
Brandon,
too
it's time
much.
to go now.
No, it's fun to help everyone out when you can.
Just buy him a coffee and you'll be happy.
Actually, Steph, I've got some fascia here. If you want to paint some fascia, she did all this fascia. So except for my little scratches, but she'll come back and she'll touch those up. Yeah. But she's pretty good at doing that. Actually, I don't mind. Again, it's another thing that I'm like, I just, I don't care. So keeps her busy.
That's like me trying to say that I'm going to do my modules, and it's been 3.5 years.
Oof.
I'm like,
It's about time.
I'll get around to them.
I'm just about done with
I get a phone call, okay? And he's like, I built another one. I'm like, okay. And he says, like, yeah, there's one for you too. I'm like, all right, I guess send me the bill then.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I think while he's doing that, I'll do the paper mache. Mache. Because I feel like I have to contribute. So. All right.
All right, I gotta go pick up
Your brother?
Larry J. Because I don't need the shades no more going outside.
Yeah. Glasses?
I'm watching my car. Put you on the display screen.
Here's the... Oh, watch out. Water.
Oh yeah, I don't want to repeat from Mr. B's place the other day where it's freaking water bottle.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the track power's still on. Where's that?
It's over there.
Yeah. Where's Brandon? Electrified.
Right over there. It's alive. Okay. And so that doesn't get all plaster on it.
Yeah. And you have the middle pieces to go down in the center of this?
No.
No?
No.
Or are you making... Or
You know, you could probably
styrene.
Yeah.
Get the big sheets of styrene.
Yeah.
What would you use to glue that stuff down?
The styrene?
No, the ballast.
The ballast?
Oh, white glue 50-50 with some soap and water.
I just use Mod Podge.
Well, I don't have Mod Podge, so
I know.
Let's get in the car and go for a road trip.
I think there's closed.
Road trip via live? Oh my.
Well, for the brunch build, I may be in the field.
There you go. That's what we should do sometime, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be live
Look
next
at the-
week.
Come with us to the store.
Well, we're going to be live next weekend, barbecue style.
Oh, that's true, eh? I got that weekend off too.
Yeah, I should be off that weekend as well.
GVO after Walmart.
I like it.
Just you running up and down the aisle with your
Donation days.
You can see the hobbyist in his natural habitat.
At the painting section. Listen, Michael's, whenever I go to Michael's,
Michael's is
it's
the
a
best.
dangerous place there. You look at the oil paint wall and you're thinking like, they're like, oh, what can he help you with today? And it's just like, sometimes I think it's like, I'd like every single color on this wall, please. Graffiti and all that kind of good stuff.
Yep.
Or we could do a GVO to Montreal.
Oh,
jeez.
I thought we already did that. Well, no, not yet.
Kind of kicking myself I didn't buy those LRCs here. Brandon, you want to go there this weekend?
Tim, you should make a deal. If you go HO, then Mark has to add a helix to his layout.
Yeah.
Done.
We're coming over with our saws and lumber.
And goggles.
And goggles.
Laura, we're breaking a wall down.
Jason Schron style. I don't need a building permit. I can do it myself.
What's a permit?
I'll get the building inspector
Just gonna send it.
Yeah, we'll send or no send, boys. Those are words to live by. All right, gents, it was good seeing you.
All right, Tristan, you have yourself a wonderful one tonight.
thank you for coming by and showing us all your brass. Not all of it, just a very
A
small
quarter of it.
fraction of it,
Yeah.
but fun nonetheless.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I have,
Hopefully, we'll have some more interesting stuff coming soon.
yeah, we'll have to have you on again, and you can show some stuff that you might have for sale, and if any interested viewers want to partake in that sale,
Sure.
perhaps cause a
ruckus.
whatchamacallit. I was going to say cause a transaction.
I have lots of great friends, but their wives, on the other hand, and they don't like me.
Do it. Dave says do it.
The Widowmaker.
Yeah.
That's your nickname, the Widowmaker.
Jeremy Clarkson, P1.
No.
Should call this the Widowmaker. Anyways, gents, we'll see you soon.
Take care, buddy.
Have a good one. You can leave your brass if you want.
Oh, sure.
No pressure.
No problem.
Oh, Tim
you-
says he will go at HO scale with 500,000 subscribers.
Oof. Tristan,
Yeah.
you're okay to see yourself out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Don't let the cat out.
I won't.
Or
Thank
Zoe.
you. I don't care about the dog. I'll show them what I'm doing after. You're doing more interesting work, where me, it's like watching
It's
paint
basket
dry.
weaving. Well, you already did your basket weaving.
I did. I saved everybody that agony. But it's all fun.
It is. That's what this hobby is about.
So tell me, you'll be on this Sunday, or are you going to be in the field this Sunday?
I may be trying to catch something this Sunday.
Nice.
Because I got kids at
They're on
home
the
right
road.
now. I'm just not going to be home. I'm just going to be visiting family, because since this is my last few days before I go back to work from summer leave.
True. Okay, well, that'll be interesting. So, how long ago was it? That was 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks. I've been basic. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. I did the
2 Sundays.
2 Sundays ago.
We did the Sunday brunch kit build.
Yeah.
Well, as we do every week, and you were unable to join us from the comfort of your home because you were trackside.
Yeah, I was visiting family, but I was also trackside.
Now, where were you? What was your 20, as they say?
I was somewhere along the Kingston sub, just before the Quebec border. It's one of my spotting areas that I like to keep secret because Mark likes to know one of my spotting. Like Mark is trying to grab my spots, and a fisherman doesn't tell where he gets the good fish.
That's true. He blindfolds you and takes you, but so we're thinking that this Sunday you might be in the field again.
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
Well, let me know. I'm sure that if our viewers that are watching right now, if you guys want to join us on Sunday, I'll be building a kit. I will probably be joined by Perry again, because Perry and I have been working on the ethanol kit buildings. And Bubs might be our correspondent in the field yet again, which will be fun because we get to see if any trains pass by and see what we can catch live. So that would be neat. Now I can't see the chat right now, but you can, right?
Yeah, you can see the chat. Dave Co. They make it like that. That I'll buy the subs for you, and the trains. Rude, and then your wife is like, rude. You love her. I'm not chasing either, though. If they get out,
Yeah, my wife's probably like long in bed right now. She's like,
just watching the ship. Just watching.
yeah. Thanks for the support, wife. It'll be nice to get this done because this is, it still needs to be done regardless. You kind of dread doing this stuff, but either way. It's all got to get done.
Okay.
I'm just lucky to still have plaster cloth from whatever endeavor I was doing last month. 'Cause it seems like I'm plaster clothing everything here. How do you feel about the ballast?
Yeah, it looks pretty
You
good.
feeling good about that?
Oh, yeah.
What is your favorite aspect of the hobby? Like, is there something that you prefer to do if you could just do one part of it, only that one thing?
I actually do not know. Like, I love running the trains.
Yeah.
But ever since I've started actually getting into like building the actual my modules,
Yeah.
because it's from my other hobbies of building like plastic vehicle kits and all that.
Okay.
It just like really sets me in the mood. It's my zen. It's my zen. Like it's something it's better than spending money on cigarettes. I can tell you that.
That's for true. And as someone who doesn't smoke, I definitely agree with you.
Oh, I don't smoke, thank God. Stephanie, at least you don't need a bike to catch 5 huskies because they can run 20 miles no stop. I think there's another conversation going on there.
Yeah, probably. Well, she's definitely not talking about my awesome plaster job here.
Just great. It just goes good.
Yeah.
Yeah. This part though.
I'm a big fan of doing ground cover.
Ground cover?
Yeah, like doing the static grass and the block and stuff like that.
Okay.
If I could just do that.
Anyone else working on their layouts too from Dave? It's like you guys are here working on my layout, but when I look over, still no ballast.
Part 2. Working on your layout.
Oh boy.
Now my hands are really messy right now, so I'll have to wait to show you guys what I'm working on. Well, now, the second time I did that. But yeah, take my word for it. You're not missing too much. It's just stuff that's got to be done. I believe that was a combination of black
Yep.
ballast.
A little bit of gray and brown from what it looks like.
Yeah, I think it was medium black, medium gray, or fine gray and fine brown. I want to say fine gray and fine brown. just in case anybody's wondering, because that does look like a kind of a weird concoction there that you got.
No, but usually that's how usually the yards are because, well, they're
Mixed with all sorts of.
and it's yeah. Whereas on the line, you see it's all nice and clean. Well, in the yard, it's all dirty.
What I like, what I think is really interesting are those lines, like the, where you're coming back from, let's say, some sort of mill, and there's spill out.
Yeah.
Kind of like, that beer where the hops, they carried the hops, and then it would spill out along the
Yeah.
trackside.
Steam whistle.
Steam whistle, yeah. Very informative stuff.
Now, usually, I also would have a set of test bogies out here just in case, to just make sure everything's nice and clean going across, and that nothing's actually blocking, like with the ballast there, so that it doesn't block the flanges going along the along that. So you said this one is going to be where the sand filler hatch is, right?
Yeah. And then I'm thinking like road
Right here.
Yeah, like utility trucks. And then I wanted to put like a fence right up along here,
Okay.
and then have some of the vehicles for the office people up beside that. It's kind of what I'm thinking. If you, again, like this is your little project here,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh, for that part,
go nuts.
because we actually have to put a little bit of fine, because if you want the road crossing here for the gravel road, we can do that right there, just a little bit. Not much. I don't want that side. I want the. There we go.
If you need anything, just let me know, and I'll let you know if I have it or not.
It's going to be a little bit tough here because there's a switch. A little bit. How's that?
Looks sweet.
All right. Move the camera over to you just to see how your job's coming along. Oh wow, that's looking awesome.
And there's going to be trees and greenery. The weird thing is that there's the scenery's up here, right? And when you're coming down into the helix, I don't really have too much going on with this, but I'm trying to blend it.
Yeah.
So that it's, okay, so you're casually looking this way. So whatever you see here, minus this, because there's going to be a second level here, you want to see layers, right? Layers looking this way. So trees.
Just to give it that effect.
Yeah. It's all visual stuff, probably. I'm sure there's words for it, but I don't know those words.
It's looking awesome, Chris. This layout's going to be kick-ass.
I hope so. with the amount of time and effort and whatnot you put into something, you know.
No, it's true. I'm guessing this is your gravel as well?
Yeah, you can use that as gravel. Also, I've got some dirt, and it's in a little cup.
Over here?
Yeah, there's two different ones there. One's lighter than the other, and again, go to town, whatever you need.
Where is my gravel road thing? Maybe I can...
But that's all the dirt I have.
Oh, no. I'm going to mix a little bit of it with the... I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm blocking. Just going to find that little... Oh, I'm caught.
Uh-oh.
We're down to 14 people on the stream.
All good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there
Come
it
and
is.
go as they please.
Oh.
All the heavy hitters are gone, right? All the brass is gone.
Yeah. Mark went to bed.
Mark went to bed. It was past his bedtime at 8 o'clock when we started the show.
He's got summer break. Do you have an empty jar here by any chance?
That's a good question. Do you want a little one?
Well,
I use these.
Yeah, because I'm gonna mix it up, and then I'm gonna put it into the I'm gonna mix a little bit of that fine gravel
Use those.
into the main ballast. Oh, I gotta come back out.
These little black cups here. There might be some already in there, so be careful.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was an actual Tupperware piece you can close and actually mix.
You can check back there. I might have an empty one. All my canisters are up there on the shelf. Okay. I might have one, at least one empty.
Yeah, you're good.
Sweet. Always save your containers. They make for great mixing containers after.
Okay.
It's good.
Ballast looks good. I'll give you Dave's address.
He's almost ready for ballast.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to need just a little bit of this. Okay, take that and a little bit of medium. Go with a little bit of fine, not much. And we'll mix this all up. Put a little bit of fine in here.
The Bob Ross of ballast. And there's a little bird.
A happy little brush right there. Yeah. I'm terrified to ballast after what happened last time.
What happened last time?
Mark, we know you ate it.
Yeah, don't eat the ballast this time.
Yeah. Okay.
He's talking about the cork coming up a little bit because it was wet.
Okay. Now, let's see how much I get out of this with the road. And we'll go from there. So this I actually made. This little piece right here. I made this.
Show the people your hopper.
I actually made this. It's actually what I do to make gravel roads.
Now that's styrene, right?
Yeah.
Made from some styrene.
It's all styrene. And as you can see,
Perfection.
now I just gotta. Thing is, I just ran out and I don't want to waste any more.
Oh no. Well, I mean, if you can only get so far, just remind me of which one that is. That's the.
Oh, I mixed it. I used a little bit of fine. Oh, my brother. I'll call him back after. Okay, so what I did was I used a little bit of your little concoction.
Yes.
I used some brown fine ballast.
Okay.
I used some medium ballast, blended, gray blend. And then I used some of your gray ballast as well.
Huh.
And I just mixed that up and I put that together.
Neat. It works. The system works.
And actually that gives you a little bit of a base too. If you actually look at this, it's actually raised.
Yeah, it's a little bit thicker, and then yeah,
And it goes right up to the road.
it's good.
And really, once that's done, I want to actually put glue to that right now.
Yeah.
I would do that, but
Now I've got a thing of isopropyl there, and
yeah.
I've got a thing of water. I can mix you up some 50-50 if you'd like. I'm just gonna finish this road.
Yeah, I can only go so far with this there too. Like that's as far as I can go with the road.
Mm-hmm.
So I may just do a little bit more mix and then just hand lay the rest of it.
Mark is asking if that was are we out of ballast alarm? It's a pretty large area. So no, it wasn't, but it is a pretty large area. But I've got a lot of extra materials for just such an occasion, right? So. Oh.
You just gotta love making concoctions. That's what's fun about the hobby. You just go with it.
I can't believe I actually got in here.
So if everyone's wondering, Chris now is in the middle of his helix.
Always. Hi. And I'm having fun doing my whole, plaster cloth thing. Get my plaster on. Get plastered, guys.
All right. Pull that out. Close that. And you just want to add a little bit of it. Actually, I should get the. There's that cap. I'm going to switch up caps here for a second. I want the shaker.
I should have enough cloth here to finish this entire section, which is good.
That's good. Excuse me.
funny because I'm doing all of that over there, and you're doing it all there, and then it's going to kind of meet in the middle where the bridge is, because the bridge is kind of giving me like anxiety looking at that and trying to make sure that that's all done well.
Just give her a pat down. There's that. All right. I think. Just make sure something's out of the switch area. Because everyone knows you got to keep the switches cleaned. Such concentration. I do hope you guys are making sure none of that plastic gets on the rolling stuff.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no. Yeah. No, that's good. We're good. We're good. I think.
Back up to 20 people. All right. So which one's the isopropyl alcohol?
So the isopropyl
Is
should
the
be.
clear bottle?
Well, they're both technically clear, but that has more in it.
Yeah.
So
But that's the water, isn't it?
Yes.
This is water because of the condensation. This is the alcohol because there's no condensation.
correct.
So put the alcohol down first.
Well, do you want to? Because there's no glue in that, right?
Hmm?
Because I have to add glue to that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, usually I always have the glue at least a 50-50 mix already in a bottle.
Yeah.
So which one is the Elmer's?
The little bottle with the red lid. That glue is it's better to work with that stuff. It's not as.
Oh, you
thick.
just dump it on, or
I put it in right into the bottle.
oh, this bottle?
Yeah, I put it right into the bottle.
Okay. So we got water. How much do you put in?
Well, depending on the water, but I mean, you could probably put almost. I mean, you've got a lot to do, so you could probably put that whole bottle in there. Brandon.
This is why I stay out of this moment right here. Oh, Mark. Okay. Shake it up. Okay. So I got nothing at the switches now. I'll leave that alone. Actually, I should be putting down the alcohol first, then the glue.
What? I got nothing for you. Do you want the plaster? I don't have anything else for you.
So yes, I am double wielding.
We're gonna get you some bolsters for those.
Yeah, with some of the track, I got to definitely clean that out. And usually after this, if you have a small, use your brush to try and get as much out as your eraser to push the tops off,
Mhm.
and then to just use a little bit of a file to get in on the inside. You missed a spot. Mark, then come over here.
Yeah, Mark. Come help.
Yeah, Mark, come help. Okay.
Okay, I think I'm good.
That's going good so far here, too.
Now to get out of here without touching anything. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay.
That should be good for now. Yeah, my hands do get a little bit messier. Man, I didn't get any on the SD40-3 that's sitting right there.
No.
It's your layout. I don't know. Hey, you can do what you want to do with it.
I'm not that bad of a person. Come on now.
Well, Where on the left are you talking about, Nick? Because I'm leaving the switches open right now. That I have a little bit of a difficulty to do. No, the other left.
Your other one.
Dave? Okay. A lot of gravel has to go over there on the other side of the.
Perfection.
Exactly.
Perfection by Calvin Klein. Just gonna do a couple more layers here because I've got a couple of pieces left, and then this is done.
Yeah.
And it takes about 48 hours for this stuff to dry completely, where I can go ahead and paint it.
Just want it to soak up.
I guess we can use this time to talk about a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so Sundays. Every Sunday, we do the Sunday brunch kit builds, where we build kits.
Yeah.
It's very straightforward stuff. Very straightforward. And we've often had people come up that are also working on their layouts as well. So if you ever want to join us, it's usually I think about 11 a.m. every Sunday. So
yeah, 11 to 1.
join us. We usually go for about 2 hours. So, and then every Thursday, you're currently watching Third Rail Thursday, and my counterparts Mark and Dave, they also have their Thursday weeks. So Dave is the first Thursday every month over on Dave Co. That's the channel name. And then we're here just like today, because it's the second week of August. So usually the second Thursday of each month, I do a live. And then next week, also known as the third week, it's Eminem Rails, and he goes live. And then the very last Thursday of the month, we collectively do GVO After Dark, where we talk about news in railroading in general. It could be about the hobby, or it could be about the real railroad. We talk about new releases. We talk about new announcements. We sometimes show new product as it's coming in, and all the features and whatnot. And we also poke fun at each other. And sometimes they're even themed shows. So we've done some in the past where we did the CN show. So we had a whole bunch of CN models. We did a VIA show where we had a whole bunch of VIA rail models. So it's always different every month. And we always have tons of fun doing it. And right now we're watching Bubs as he steadily makes a road over some track.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to work on this. This has to be worked on after.
No.
That right now.
No worries, no worries. And in 1 week, so 1 week Saturday, we're gonna do the GVO barbecue. We're gonna basically have a barbecue, and we're gonna be trackside, which will be neat. And we might do a live. One of us will undoubtedly do a live, and we'll definitely be filming some of it, and we'll all be there. And I'm gonna eat some burgers, man. But yeah, so yeah, watch for that. That'll be I think it's the 21st of August that we're doing that. But yeah, we're pushing 10 o'clock. My hands are covered in plaster, so I can't really. Do you want to show them what I did? Because
Sure.
I know that your hands are full, but your hands are less dirty than mine, so you'll be able to see what I was working on while Bubs was a little higher. There you go. So yeah, I got all that plastered there, the diamond, and along the inside there where the yard is. So that's all good to go. I'll be able to paint that in a couple of days, and we'll get all that done so that I can finish that yard. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you Bubs for coming out, giving me a hand here. Tristan
Anytime.
for bringing all his brass, and if I can end it, I'm gonna end it.
Have a good one, guys.
Ooh. Don't break it.
You still good?
Oh yeah, we're still good. All right. See, look, plaster hands, right? I need to go wash my hands. I'm no good right now. So y'all have a good night, and we'll be on Mark's channel next week for Third Rail Thursday. Guys, you have a great night and have fun modeling.
Have a good one, everyone.
I'm doing this with my pinky.